Okay, we're about ready to start. Not everybody's here yet.
Well, here we are aboard ship, and there goes the ship we wish we were on.
Well, no, we don't know that.
Well, now this is really kind of a garbage scow by comparison.
Oh, this is so. Yeah, that's a pretty thing.
Yeah, it is.
The people that we met in the lounge have been on that.
Yeah.
They liked it.
There's people walking outside our door here.
We're in the promenade.
Yeah. It's really not 8 a.m. on the 20th of May. It's really more like 5 p.m. where we are here on the Bosporus in Istanbul. And by God, there's another mosque over there. Maybe two.
All over the place, aren't they?
Yeah, they sure got mosque. If mosque were money, this place would have it made. That's a joke. Okay,
They're going to wear a suit. Was it just then?
Just now.
Oh, look, here, you can get the mosque.
Yeah. Hi.
Nice to meet you here.
What's your name?
I'm not going to tell you. You're not going to... I don't want to say anything like that.
Wait, you're in the way of the mosque. Get
Okay,
back there by the mosque.
You can see the mosque. Now you can see Asia over there.
Oh, wait a minute. Over where?
Over here. And you can see Asia. Over here.
There.
See Asia?
Oh, yeah, there's Asia. Yeah. Hi, Asia. Is your name Asia, honey?
No, but you're close. Asia is the residential part of Istanbul, and the European side is the business area in the city.
Okay.
So that's a little bit of...
Picked that up, didn't you?
Hey, I learned that, and I also learned that Muslims, Jews, and Christians all live together here.
Get along pretty good.
Great.
Yeah.
And they don't observe the holiday on Friday. They are more westernized. They observe it on Sunday, as we do. They're the only democracy in this part of the world.
And that's all because of Ataturk in 1924.
Oh, it was
1924.
Oh, because he revolted.
Yeah.
And threw that sultan out.
Yeah, kicked that sultan out.
His 500 concubines. I don't know, it was kind of a nice life.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, just great. Here, this is Lisa and Margot. Lisa's got Alphonse, or Alphonsette. There's Margot over there. Yeah, warm.
Well, it's cold up here.
Yeah. Okay, now that I'm unimpeded, that's over there is Istanbul, Asia, again. Now, 4 minarets means that was a pretty important dude. When you get 6 minarets, that's really important. If you only got 2 minarets, you're just kind of like trying to work your way up in the world. The bridge. Oh, the pilot's coming aboard. So we leave Istanbul behind.
Who did you meet from Baton Rouge?
Well, for him, I know who it is. It's Tommy Ranger.
You bet it. Her husband.
No. We have two Thompsons.
Okay.
I mean, two Tommies. Tommy Raggio and Tommy Thompson.
Okay.
I'm the Thompson.
Linda. And this is
What I was going to say was that we had so many people from Baton Rouge that moved to Houston the backside, including my own sister. And
I'm just real good panorama there, Frank. That is so beautiful. Well then, when did you come over? Did you come direct? You all on the well, I mean, you came direct.
oh no.
There goes the pilot.
Yeah, where you want to go?
Oh, that is beautiful. And what is it? Now you're getting it right.
Yeah, I am. Gorgeous. We're leaving Istanbul. Down the Bosphorus for the Black Sea.
But he's taking pictures. But he's taking pictures.
So don't bother me.
Don't bother me. Different to us, that's right.
There's another time. Raggio.
Tommy Raggio?
Raggio.
Raggio. Okay.
Good Irish name.
Good Irish.
Maryland Bertke.
Maryland
Frank.
How do you spell it?
Wasn't easy. Okay. As the sun slowly slinks in the west. Or whatever it does in the west.
Wherever it goes down over here.
Yeah, whatever it is going out there. This is and we're leaving the Dardanelles and heading for Kusapsi. And that's a memorial to the troops that died in the battle here. And that's the typical Appolo. Well, here we are. What? Well, we're ready.
We're here, let's go.
All right, let's get on with this drill.
Oh, you're going to take pictures of it, too.
Oh, sure.
Just shoot a picture soon, right at the top.
Is it both of you together?
No, you don't have it on.
There we go.
Now it's on. I see the
Yeah.
red light.
Yeah. Now, do you want to?
Are you taking pictures?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You want me to
I
take you on a
want
tour
I
of
want a tour. Yes, ma'am.
the tour of the cabin. This is the seating area. Little table with fruit. There's the TV, which doesn't give you any program, but it gives you announcements and you can plug in tapes or
Tapes.
discs or whatever.
We watched Debbie Does Dallas last night.
And there's a little bar under there.
Yeah.
This is a window or
Oh. Well, you could call that a porthole.
yeah. And then here's the bedroom.
There. Are you going to show us the bathroom?
And there's the dressing table and the vanity.
Oh yeah, we got to see that. And there's the photographer.
And let's see, if you go to your right, that's the closet.
There's the closet.
Yeah. And there's the bathroom.
And here's that's the toilet. That's the shower and the sink. So as cruise ships go, this is spacious.
Yeah, as cruise ships go, this is a good cabin.
Yeah.
That's right. It only holds 114 people. From what I understand, there's about 100 of us.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? We just played blackjack, and we lost our $25. No, we lost $28. No, 28 and a half, 28.50. I got a coin. Let's see. Oh, I should have put them in the slot machine.
Well, you can do that later. It's 4:20 in the afternoon, Sunday afternoon. And in Houston,
And
it's 7:23.
It's
7:20.
8:20.
Oh, that's right, because I haven't changed the time in here.
It's 8:20 in the
Yeah.
morning. Everyone is at work.
No, Sunday.
Oh, it's Sunday?
Martin and Andy are playing golf.
They're playing golf. That's right. And let's see, little old Colby's still in the gulag.
Yeah, poor little guy.
Little guy. And hey,
That's it?
that's it. That's the tour.
Okay.
Hey, nice.
See you later.
Okay.
That might be a good idea for you to see where we're at here. We're in the Aegean Sea, and we're cruising towards Kusapsi, and it's very pretty out there. I don't know what country that is. That's not Turkey, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it is Turkey. Yeah,
Still turkey.
still Turkey. So we arrive at Kusapsi tomorrow morning. We had fire drill this morning. And
Got that out of the way.
Got that out of the way. That was exciting.
Not much to do today. It rained a little bit.
Yep.
This is the only day that we're sailing. The
Yep.
rest of the time we're on shore.
Yep.
Touring tomorrow.
That's-
And the next day is Kusapsi.
And this is a pretty good deal.
Ephoesis. And from Kusapsi and Ephoesis we go to Rhodos.
Yeah.
Isn't it Rhodos that we go
Yep.
next? No, we go to Mykonos next.
Mykonos,
Yeah.
then Rhodos,
Yeah.
and then Santorini, then Athens.
Mhm.
2 lovely days in Athens, and
And all too quick.
yeah.
This has been wonderful so far. But
Yep.
we just got started.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we're coming into Kusapsi. And as you can hear, it's quite windy. They have added a lot of new hotels that I don't recall being here the last time that I was here. I guess something like 15 years ago now. spirit. That was leaving Istanbul right before we did. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I would like to have seen that.
Yeah. She got a picture of it.
Alo, bak da. İngiliz kız bak da. Alo.
No. The Basilica of St. John, near Ephesus.
In the town there are so many banks and so many change offices and no
Oh my. Look at this. Just look at this.
I mostly count 6 July and August, sometimes it can be more than 100 Fahrenheit degree. It became the Eastern Roman Empire and the Western Roman Empire. And the capital of the Western Roman Empire was Rome, and the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire was Constantinople. The very ancient name of Constantinople was Byzance or Byzance. And that's why, and the Eastern Roman Empire, with the Constantinople or the Byzance as a capital, well, it was called the Byzantine or the Byzantine Empire. And the beginning of the empire is 395 AD. And it survived until 1453, when the Constantinople was captured by the Ottoman Turks. And this castle up on the hill was dated from the middle of the 9th century AD. Well, it was from the Byzantine period. And the reason why they chose that point and to build this castle was to control the traffic in this pass. It is one of the few passes from the sea to the inland on the Aegean region. And then this part of Asia Minor, 1071, 11th century AD, came under the domination of the Turks. Now Turks attacked this castle and they captured that and they destroyed and they reconstructed that again on the same foundations, but they had added one building to it, which was a mosque, if you look at that, you can see that there is a tower responsible for the care of the mother. While he was coming here, he had to take her with him. So that is why she came here. But we don't know how long it took. Well, because today, if you want to drive from Jerusalem up to here, it takes approximately 3 days non-stop drive. So then, what we believe, and they sail to Cyprus, and then from Cyprus, and they sail to Anatolia or Asia Minor, and then maybe on the horses or with that. I mean, this is all I can remember about the Basilica of St. John the Apostle. If you want to, on the wall, you can see the marble, slab and inscriptions on it. Well, it says, Pope the 6th Pope, and the one who died recently, came here 26th of June, 1967, and he prayed over here. Well, that means, and this place is also, recognized.
Oh, yeah.
All around this, yes, it's fine there, it's fine, thank you.
That column is from the Temple of Diana.
Well, it is slightly bigger. Lumpy thing. Yeah, lumpy.
Tour dog.
Over there, can you see that there is a white car? And just before that, on the left-hand side, you can see a column and some broken, pieces of marble. Everybody can see that? And that area, it was where the temple of Artemis or Diana, which was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, used to be located. You know that there were 7, very impressive buildings, and they were
Chevrolet. One of the very few American cars I've seen. Old Chevy at that. Here we are at the Basilica of St. John. And now we're going to go over there to that hill where the city of Ephesus is.
Everything is expensive. I'll do one if you want.
I'm sure you can find all that stuff back there, huh?
Yeah.
One 400, this 200 good size. It's too old. It's too old. Outdated. This
I wonder if that's what Didyma is looking for.
Yeah, 400. Not traditional. Yeah, okay. Yes, $5. We have Ephoesis turkey and turkey.
Don't worry, Betty, I carry my own gold card.
With my name.
And 5 on top of each other. So then these were the pipes, and to supply the water to every single building from. And the circular building on the right-hand side of the big tree. This was the water distribution center. And the water, for the water distribution center, was supplied from,
Skydiver.
well, 3 different, and from here in the hillside with the auditorium. It was not the theater, which we have seen while we were coming here by bus. Remember that big one? And that one is located also at the other side of the hill. We will see it later. This is the Odeon, or the concert hall, and where they used to have their lectures and musical part.
And could be on the
Oh yeah. Wait until you get down in the main part. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Oh, there.
Man, God, will you?
And then what they do? And you see the channel. They used to pour the melted lead. They used to melt the lead and they used to pour it in. So then they were stuck to each other.
They're a whole lot smaller, a whole lot sooner than we.
And just behind it is the rocky hill. On top of the hill, can you see the tower? Well, in fact, and that tower was the last tower of the city walls of the fortifications located on top of that mountain. But at the same time, and that tower was functioning as the lighthouse of the harbor. And the plain of the famous hospital of the city. Well, in fact, it was the third biggest hospital of the ancient world. And the first one was located on the island of Kos. That's a Greek island. And the second one was located in the ancient city of Pergamon, and we call it Bergama. And 4 hours far from here north on the way to Istanbul, was still in this country. And the third biggest one was this one. And this hospital was dated from the beginning of the 3rd century BC. Well, I mean originally, and the hospital was from the Greek or the Roman period. The Greek or the Hellenistic period. But also it functioned or served as an hospital or a medical center all through the Hellenistic and Roman period for 708 years until to the end of the 4th century AD. And few years ago, archaeologists were excavating in this hospital. And just behind that wall, they have excavated 3 rooms. In the room in the middle, I have explained you the third reason why it was a big city, and then we get direction. You can see that there is a big square over here, and this square is called the square of Emperor Domitian, or the square of Emperor Domitianus. Well, you heard this name before, because this emperor was the one who, exiled St. John the Apostle to the island of Patmos. And the reason why this area is called the Square Domitian is because of the building back there, and where you can see that there are many cupola. Well, in those days it was very, very customary or the traditional, and to build a sacred or a monumental building, and then to dedicate them to the Roman emperors or their sons and the grandsons, wives and mistresses and girlfriends, even the boyfriends, even their horses. Lifting the things and carrying the things. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a typical white.
This is the level after excavation. and it's all 10, 12 feet. That's before excavation for reclaiming this. Sure.
Rama is going down into the main town. This is the street of Vestal Virgin. I see Frank. We're in Ephoesis. It's a beautiful day. Very warm. I think I'm being beckoned.
If you pay attention, it's the height of the columns, and they look like the midget or the shrunk columns. And this unlucky building is called the Fountain of Emperor Trajan or Trajan. He was a very famous Roman emperor, and that building was built 2nd century AD, and then it was dedicated to him as usual. As you can see, and the building is in the shape of a waterfall. Now this is the waterfall. And opening in the middle is the place where the water used to come. Huge chest, E.T. E.T. or maybe it was a proportional statue, and this half of the statue was in the building, and the other half was just sticking out of the roof. So then it shows that this is completely wrong. Well, please do not ask me who made it like this. To answer a question like this is against my national pride. Just put down this way, please. On the ground floor. But as you notice that, I mean, these are excavated, and the ones we have seen up there were not excavated. Two, O-O-N-S, by the single and the broken and
These are shops.
they used to make, and where they used to sell the
And this is the original mosaic sidewalk
making center of all Roman Empire.
people.
I mean, they have gold and the gold in the sky. And that is why, I mean, because of the export of the jewelry, so much money was coming here. So then the first reason was the harbor. And the second reason was the temple harbor. And the third reason was that land for the market and the port. And the fourth reason, it was the jewelry making center of the whole Roman Empire. Are your entrance fees? You are paying for the excavations, and that is why we are incredibly grateful to you. But seriously and personally, I like to thank you very, very much for coming here. If you like the city, if you are impressed by the city, and then you get back home, talk about it to everybody, and more people will come, and more money will come, more excavation.
Yeah. Taking pictures.
These aren't going to be a good day, these are?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's very big. They,
Into the hill.
into the hill,
Yes,
like
yes,
this,
yes.
not like that, like this.
Uh-huh.
If you notice that, and this city is located on this hillside and that hillside. So then what they needed was a flat area and to build the buildings. Now what they have done, and first they, build the foundations or the arches. And a terrace arch, you can see the figure of Fortuna, the goddess of fortune. And the one back there, you see that one? Mm-hmm. Well, it is believed, but what I mean, they are not sure. It is believed to be the figure of Medusa with the snake hair. At the corner, at this corner, you can see the friezes, which are not the original ones. They are the copies. Original ones are in the...
Mm-hmm. The door swing.
Sur cette aperture, vous allez voir une tête de femme, c'est une déesse qui se traîne. I will do something to market. I will talk about this field overview to you, and then I'm going to show you the back way, and you kick in, and you have a look, and then come back. Now when you walk in that way, turn to your left, or walk in that way, on the step, then you will find yourself in the ancient public toilet from the Roman period. You see that? And that was the overview, and the water, and the shape, and the air. So then go in, just pull your foot up, and just hold that at your two parts of the story. I believe
This is the ancient public toilets.
Don't be so funny.
Of course, the six of us are waiting for the six of you to warm it up.
Yeah.
Believe me, it is warm.
Very warm, huh?
Got all of you.
Travel together.
Yeah.
You gotta be super friendly.
Yeah. Baltimore travels together. Baltimore thinks together.
Baltimore does together.
Let me get you over there.
I like your position.
Nelson, behave.
Yeah, right. You're really thinking.
Too bad it isn't an audio video camera.
Oh, it is. It's audio in there.
Oh yeah.
Why do you think he did it?
Oh, no.
top. This is not open and not excavated either. And then we will see the open and the excavated ones and everything. In this corner,
He's lovely. She's so cute.
if you come a bit closer, please. I like you to listen to my lies only, not the lies of the other guys. This building is called the Library of Celsus. Now, first of all, it was a library, but it was the third biggest one of the ancient world. First one was located in the city of Alexandria in Egypt. Second one was in the ancient city of Pergamum, and the third one is this one. And the name of this building was not Celsius, no, and the name was Celsus, who was the general governor or the governor general of whole Asia province during the Roman period. Well, that means he was a rich and a very powerful man, and he paid the money, and he ordered for the construction of this building with the idea in his mind that after he died, and this building would be his mausoleum, the monumental tomb. And the building was completed 123 AD, and 7 years after 130 AD he died. In accordance with his will or the wish, he was buried under this building. And when you have your free time to walk in, if you...
You don't have to come up there. Thank you.
Look down for a minute, not the sun. When I say look up,
As Marilyn pointed out, look at this, tongue and groove drain pipes.
Thank you very much. They used to like to get one for where I've been rather than just... That's important. At my age,
Following the most beautiful woman in the world.
We can get up there by the statue.
Yeah.
Okay, there's Frank, and this is the statue, the library itself.
Long, hard day of touring.
Not that quite away. This is just tremendous. Beautiful, beautiful view.
Now we're inside the library.
They're not giving away their paintings, their original paintings. You're going to get the workers too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they're German.
Yeah.
It's German equipment.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. No,
They're just,
they're unloading rocks that they've excavated.
yeah. Then I wonder where they took it.
Hi. It's not this group, we're the next group. Maybe they haven't. We can walk back, they'll be here.
Yeah. Yeah, they have.
Yeah, because I see Judy up there with hat.
Under the leadership of Demetrius, who was a certain silversmith, and rushed in and where they had the riot and the demonstration against St. Paul, and where they were shouting, the greatest is the Diana of the Ephesians. And the reason why they were that much angry with St. Paul, we know that from the Bible. St. Paul and his two friends, Aquila and with them, and that's why they create the confusion, and they cause the confusion and the riot in this town against St. Paul. So then this is a quite important site from the point of the Christianity.
Yeah, that's the Martex plant that was very spongy that they...
M-A-R-T-H-E-X.
Yeah, Nartex, and they sucked spongy plant. They put in oil and used it for torches.
Mm-hmm. And they exported them. Exported.
The theater seated 24,000 people, which they figure is about 10% of the population. So there was maybe 240, 250,000 people that lived here in Ephesus. Like that idea? Okay. I'll go all the way back up there. I want all the way back up there, and then I want you to jog down here. Yeah, right.
We'll get you holding the torch.
Yeah, hold.
Here we go.
Yeah.
That's right, from the Martex, the Nartex.
Yeah.
I hope they're soaking them in oil right there. Get it?
Yep. I got you.
Why don't you let me... Okay, here he comes. Coming up from the theater. I'll show you the theater. Okay, here he comes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I think we are here for what you're taking. Now let's start this way, please. Please, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Or unfortunately, I will shoot what...
Guys, they would have ran up the arena there.
Yeah.
He's not going to do the tour.
Imagine my surprise. Let's have a look.
That is the printing mistake on the cover.
Okay.
Turkish yes, please.
100,000.
Video cassette.
I'm gonna go
To where?
to the pop.
Right. There's a public birdhouse there.
Yeah, you can also buy one of those suitcases to carry home all your.
Pump up that bike tire.
We have this one in Berlin.
I'm going to wrap it. Because we have one here. So this one has wood. The others don't have wood?
Whereabouts states you come from?
Hmm?
Whereabouts states you come from?
Texas.
Not for me, for my present to my friend, but I must go. Yes, I
He's also always coming to Turkey.
That's cute, it's cute.
Yeah, he's Big Devil.
Aramadık Nihal'i bugün. Aramadım ben. Nereye bakıyorum?
Got what you want?
Yep. You don't have it.
There's the Bebop Bistro. Okay.
Here's Frank at the Bebop Bistro. Now where did Frank go? I guess Frank's trying to lose me. Oh, there he is. Yeah, you thought you were going to lose me. No way. Okay. Okay, that looks to me like, oh, tequila sunrise, rusty nail. Huh. Does this fade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it say fade?
Typical. Yeah, it does. Typical alley. Here's another cafe. And here's the rest of the cafe. There goes Frank down among all the carpets. We'll go on to another street. Okay.
That's pretty.
It is pretty.
And right next to the wind spirit over there is our ship, the Renaissance 8. And it's been very pleasant.
Yeah.
And we get beach umbrellas, taxis, and
Yeah, they're all down on the beach.
hillsides.
That's the reason I see them walking around with beach towels.
Oh yeah.
It's good.
You want a hat, lady? Lady, look at the hats. There you go. Got plenty of bicycles for rent. Do you want to rent a bike?
Yamaha.
No, thank you. Hi.
My shop, another shop.
Thank you. Answer that, will you?
Thanks. Andiamo là, restiamo.
The birds. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey lady, you like t-shirt maybe? Huh? How about a nice purse? How about a rug? Statue? Lady, you're tough.
Yeah, thank Thank you.
Paintings are emotional and also very political.
Here we are again.
By the Greeks, during the war. I don't keep animosity against the Greeks. It was a war, and my grandfather killed me before the Greeks. So then they killed them.
We're in Priene.
Some people can't let it die.
About the location of this beautiful site. This is the Meander Valley. Down there. Now that is the rock, or the rocky hill you see up there. So then there were some buildings up there. But this is where the city was located. And here you can see the stadium. Down there and right on the edge, there was a stadium and the city walls. And those city walls we are going to see when we get down. When we go down, and then we will turn to the right. This way. Now we are here somewhere. No, sorry, we are somewhere here. And then we will walk around and come down again and turn to the right-hand side, and while we are driving this way, you are going to see the fantastic city walls. Well, if you can, see that, and this stadium is very unusual. Well, it is not in the U shape or the horseshoe shape. That's a stadium with the seats only on one side, because the lower part was located on top of the city walls, so then they didn't have any space or the place, and this way, and then we are going to get to the theater, and when we get there, I will give you the information about the history of the city and the theater, and then we are going to see the Temple of Athena.
Marilyn.
Remember the hospital.
Yes, remember the hospital.
And look at the valley while we are standing here. Look at the beauty of the valley.
Where are the escalators?
Huge. And the field is prepared. This is where they planted the cotton. While we are driving, you are going to see the cotton. Very young plants.
What's the altitude?
Beautiful.
I think this is approximately 700 meters. Well, 2,000 feet. But this is, well, I don't know, it's not that high.
All right, put the music on.
You think I'm breathing hard, I'll bet.
Well, you're just inhaling all that fresh air.
Okay. Well, that's beautiful, isn't it? It's gorgeous.
I love the country.
Yeah, that's right. This trip is organized only for the Renaissance passengers. Only for Renaissance passengers. So, ladies and gentlemen, here I like to show you something, and I will tell you a few things. Now look at the wall. Now, first of all, do you know that? This was a Greco-Roman city. The first Greek and then Roman. So then some buildings are from the Greek period, and some buildings are from the Roman period, and some buildings which were from the Greek period, also they were used by the Romans during the Roman period. So then how can we can identify them? Which one is Greek, which one is Roman? Now, during the Greek or the Hellenistic period, they didn't know what was mortar, and they didn't know what was red brick. And they used the blocks like this. If you notice that on the way, while we were climbing, on your right-hand side, there was a wall with the big, I mean the blocks. So then big blocks and rough surface, and no mortar between them. So then whenever you see a wall like this, and the big blocks and no mortar between them, and the rough surface, you can easily say, and this wall is from the Greek or the Hellenistic period. And the mortar and the red bricks were all invented by the Romans. And they started to use them. Now look at the wall on top of the Greek wall, and the mortar between the stone. So then this part of the wall is from the Roman period. So then how can we explain, both of them together? So then this building was originally built by the Greeks. And here we can see the Greek. And then maybe it was reconstructed again or enlarged, or maybe it was destroyed, by the earthquakes.
That wall looks like it's ready to topple on. Probably thousands of years.
And you put your hand, and you sit there, and you sit like this, and the places for the fingers. Look at the detail. Sit there real quick. Yes, of course. That's the seat for the VIPs.
VIP. One more. Right there.
Yes. After finishing your picture, take the regular one.
Really? Queen Marilyn. Queen for a day.
Queen for that Kodak moment.
Yeah, Queen for that Kodak moment.
Are you filming?
Oh yeah.
Are you the newlywed?
Yeah.
Only if you count the first 10 years or so.
Only if you can forget those first 10 years or so. Yeah, wait a minute. Okay.
Well, I'm zooming in.
Oh, you're zooming?
Uh-huh, I'm zooming.
The great zoomer?
Marilyn, when you're done, would you go over there? I'd like to get a picture.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay. Let me get over there now.
Zooming in.
You are reading the books of Robert Ludlum. So many different things at the beginning, all different things, and then they will join together.
Okay. You ready to move on?
Yeah.
Cameraman?
Yeah. So there's Judy.
There's Judy.
And there's Terry. There's Terry. What's Terry doing?
Terry's
He won't look.
documenting everything as
Oh,
we go.
okay.
Well, can I get your crib notes?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Is it really?
Oh, $4 a gallon. It's gone up since then.
Hard to believe. Small background. 8 by 10 glosses.
Autographed.
Kodak moment.
Come over here. If you remember, I told you something about the peristyle houses and the open air, the courtyard.
In Louisiana,
Yeah.
they use
Hmm.
Everybody lost their feet at early age because
Coming back up.
you get well water, you preserve your teeth. Because you have
Thank you very much.
After finishing your picture taking, if you come well, a bit closer to me, I'm going to tell you a few things about this temple and the city and also that. And in there, can you see the olive trees? I mean, there are many olive trees. That was the harbor. And this tree over here, I mean, right there, it was going down to the harbor.
Is that the Aegean?
Yeah, that's Aegean Sea. If you have a look at that direction, at the end of the plain, you can see and the sea. And when we are driving to the last place called the Didyma, I mean, we will get to the seaside, and then you are going to see the delta of the river of Meander. And this city was also located or built on top of the, the man-made terraces. So then this is one of them. And down there, here you can see the very thick supporting wall, because they needed the terraces and to build the buildings. Now this is the area, or the terrace built and to construct the Temple of Athena. Now these are the remains of the Temple of Athena. And this temple was dated from the beginning of the 4th century BC. It is very early Hellenistic building. Well, it was in the Ionic order, 6 columns on the short sides and 11 columns on the long sides. And this temple is called the Peripteros and the Temple of Artemis. And the other one we are going to see today are called the Dipteros, means they were surrounded by a double row of columns. If it is surrounded by a single row of columns, it is called the Peripteros. During the Greek and the Roman period, well, every city had a god or the goddess, but most of them, they were the part of the league, the Ionian League, and the capital of the Ionian League was Athena, or Athens. So then, they always, I cannot say all of them, but most of them, and they had the Temple of Athena. Now in this city, and the goddess was Athena, in the ancient city of Ephesus, although they had the Temple of Athena, and the strongest cult over there was Artemis or Diana, who was the goddess of the fertility, so then they had the Temple of Artemis there. If we have the chance to drive to east, and for 2 hours, you get...
Stop there, right? Stop there. Oh,
all there and all here, these are the houses, and the reason why I like to talk about it, because you can see the floor plan of the houses. Now this type of houses are called the peristyle. They are called the peristyle, and this type of house, or the house style, is the indigenous house style in the Mediterranean and the Aegean region. And the houses in the ancient city of Ephesus yesterday, they were also in that style. Now what it means, the peristyle. And right in the middle there was a courtyard. Now there was a courtyard. So what no windows. So then thick walls and to keep the houses cool. And the light was provided. Now this is the upper gymnasium. Well, the meaning of the gymnasium in the ancient Roman, the lifestyle, it was, the complex of the school and the body training area and the bath. So then 3 buildings were in the same complex for this. Young poplar trees, maybe 200 or 300 of them. If the baby is boy, and they buy...
A lot of birds. Miletus, the sister. They'd be after you.
can go in here, or
Yes, I mean,
He's going to
you go
explain to
in
you.
and have a look, and then we will, we will meet here, then I will talk about it to you.
Yeah. Done. Okay.
It was born of him. It was on television. They had the whole of that.
I don't think it is true. Because the general I was talking about,
Oh,
100, 400 years in
You couldn't possibly have that. No, right. You're right.
love those socks.
I think we watched too many. We're lucky because we
and also over there you can see the rest of the green.
Go to the left and just take a shot.
Oh yeah,
Isn't that something?
that's great.
And look at that.
Miletus, the Roman bath. Jesus, I'm okay. That'll teach me to back up.
Okay, here I am.
I love you.
And toilet paper. Ladies and gentlemen, whenever you are traveling, the traveling in this country, at the countryside, you can see a building, and then you can see a tree called the wishing tree. And the friends, for some of you who were with me yesterday in the excursion in the afternoon to visit the house of Virgin Mary, and the tree you have seen there, and the white material tied to it, so then this is the harbor, and the first harbor was located at this direction, and where you can see 2 horses and some water. So then that is the entrance from the sea into the harbor. Now this is the marketplace, and where you can see the columns, that's the marketplace. During the Roman period, and since they had so many uprisings or the revolutions, always there was a gap or the lack of the authority, the state authority. So that so many pirates, used to sail over here. And this city was also one of the places, and where the pirates came up and sell what they had captured in the marketplace. So those for another reason. Now when a ship arrived at the harbor, and the crew or the passengers were not allowed to walk into the city immediately, side by side, and then just remove the wooden arch, and they unlock each other by their own way. And although they had no concrete, and no cement, and no mortar, they had been surviving since centuries.
And this is Roman. Sorry. This is Roman?
Yes, this is Roman.
Did the Greeks do that?
The Greeks, they used the keystone, but they didn't use the conic stone.
This is
Sorry? This is the keeper. This is the keeper. The famous keeper. This is one of the entrances into the keeper. And now we will go into the... Now, ladies and gentlemen, this entrance is just the ordinary entrance. It's not something special. It's not something very impressive. And the other entrance where...
Oh, wow.
Leda Island. And what is the importance? 6th century BC, and this part of Asia Minor was about to come under the domination of the Persians. And all the Greek, the city-states, and they came together, and they formed a very powerful fleet, and they met the Persian fleet, and just behind that island. And this was the sea battle, or the navy battle, and took place between the Greek, Navy and the Persian Navy. And right over there, the Greek Navy was, defeated by the Persians, and after that, and the whole Asia Minor came under the domination of the Persians. This is called the Leda Island, and that war is called the Leda Sea Battle. So then that's a quite important thing.
And people used to sit here and watch it?
6th century BC. In those days, this theater
People
was
would
not
sit
there.
here and watch it?
Like we, yeah, seeing it, like
much
watching the
later.
war.
Okay.
And this theater is from 3rd century BC. It is. See something in this theater. So then that is the entrance you choose to get in. If your seat is unbelievably, the talented, people with architectural skill and the brain.
Mathematicians, man, they had to draw all that stuff.
Yes, they were fantastic masons.
Oh, I don't think so. They just did that, yeah.
We had that last time. He was so bright. But they had his friend come from
Oh, well, we ended up doing it.
I don't know who's supposed to be. But anyway, one of our guys had just a service. And the guy
Now you know for the next time.
Here they come.
Yeah. Here comes the main event of the theater.
Just past it.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Yeah, it is. Terry, you touch, you break, it's yours.
Not much problem with that.
Yeah, you can lift it. Watch out.
I got one in my pocket.
Yeah. This is the temple of Apollo at Didyma. And there's the goddess of love, Marilyn. I'm trying to figure out what gods you are.
If you live in this country, after what he said, you would have the right to kill him. Honeymoon is over. What do you mean? Your whole life was the honeymoon.
Usually not this long.
This won't take long. Keep smiling.
The perfect shot.
Every moment of life.
Now, I was hitting your... Oh, this was...
We are here. We are not there. I'm sorry. So then they build the ramp, and they roll, and the other block on the ramp, and on top of it, and they put more soil, and they cover the soil. So then they have done it with the block and the soil. So then when this column was completed, it was a huge hill, and like a pyramid, and they cleared the soil around it, and right in the middle the column was standing. Now let's go down this way.
That mom
In this country, one single time they used to live the are much more open-minded than the Muslims. They are what we call and look at that one like leaves. And look at that one like the leaves of the canthus. Those columns were the leaves of Daphne. You know Daphne? Bay leaves, bay. We call them Daphne.
Okay, right.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was the pronaos, but this is naos. You see two columns over here. I mean, they were supporting the roof, so then that was roofed over. If you remember, I told you something about the size of a marble block. Now, this one, it was what I was talking about. This is the depth. The construction of the column, and that was a huge hill, like a pyramid. And they cleared the soil around it, and right in the middle, the column was standing. And also, they had the pulley system, but very primitive pulley system, and they had the slate. Now this is the inner courtyard, or called the sekos, of the temple. Now there you can see the steps, and those two columns you see? Yeah. And those two columns are not supporting anything. They are only for the decoration. But maybe you notice that. But they are half columns. I don't mean this half, I mean that half. Only the half, really plenty of money. They cannot put the columns on top of each other like this. They have to protect them against the earthquakes. So then they must, drill and put the iron bars and the steel things and the glues and everything. It will take ages and it will cost millions of dollars. Really very expensive. 42,000 ancient archaeological sites. Whenever you want to build a house someday and you dig, I'm not joking, you definitely come across with an ancient remains. Everywhere. And the whole country is the open.
Then they had an earthquake here to do it again.
I don't remember that one, but in the ancient city of Ephesus, we had one, 6 years ago, and Phil Armstrong, he organized an expedition for the Noah's Ark on top of the Mount of Ararat. So then they started, with the Turkish authorities for this or that, and on the half day, and he fell, and he broke the leg, and that's why the expedition came. We are not encouraging them, but we are not stopping them either. We like them under control.
That's in the marble on the floor here. Wait for me!
Well, you wanted to left wall, so.
Yeah, I know, and you didn't have a bad deep. Okay. Very grown up. Nice face.
What was his name? Abdul Ahmed. Okay.
Turkish cops.
Calling everybody for chow.
Great. Oh.
Here. 1 minute. 1 minute, Terry. 1 minute.
Get it from Mary Shakehouse,